Hi guys, welcome back and hello if you're new. I've never really been a massive fan of kind of virtuoso guitar musicians, but I heard Plini's Sunhead EP and I thought I just have to review it. Without further ado, this week's review is Plini's Sunhead. So the biggest thing I noticed about Plini and the way that these songs are structured is that the focus isn't always on the guitarist himself. There are so many other different elements that are allowed to kind of create their own voice at the same time. And I think that's what really differentiated the record from all of these other guitar virtuosos. But it's also in Plini's guitar playing. For example, in Kind, there are these kind of flourishes of melody which appear. And then, you know, it's not kind of overly technical to the point where you're kind of like, okay, I get it, you can play guitar. It's almost kind of as though the melody is intrinsic to the song. And then there are these really small flourishes of technical ability. And that, for me, I think makes it stand out so much more. There are also sections where it kind of recalls a jazz element to it. It's interesting how Plini can flip between both a Pat Metheny style guitar sound and make it all jazzy, but then also this shredding vi sound without compromising his own identity. And I think truly that is the definition of a virtuoso. But, you know, like I said, every instrument is allowed a breath in itself. For example, in Flaneur, there's this beautiful piano introduction, which does, you know, bring to mind that element of jazz. And then later on, there's this amazing keyboard solo, which reminded me of the keyboard solo in Regret No. 9 from Steven Wilson's Hand Cannot Erase. Later on in Flaneur, there's another instrument that comes in with the saxophone. Each section has a breath of its own. I feel that, you know, in a classic jazz band, they always give every instrument their own sort of element of a solo. And I think that it's great that Plini hasn't kind of let ego override that and is actually saying, hey, do you know what, I'm playing with some absolutely amazing musicians and we're all gonna have our time in the spotlight. It's almost like when you have a conversation with someone, it's just about as much as what you say as what you don't say. And I feel that so many guitarists totally miss that point. And there are really interesting techniques that Plini uses. For example, the kind of delay effect that slowly but surely, you know, he's kind of picking at something, but it's got this delay effect on it. And it slowly but surely introduces you into the song. Like I said, there are some fantastic solos which you can hear on Salt and Charcoal, but you know, it is this kind of really quick flourish that I loved so much about the EP. And you know, for an EP, I've gone back to it a surprising amount. And I think that, you know, it's a real testament of what Plini has got in him, and both in terms of, you know, a guitarist, but also in terms of a songwriter. In terms of the negatives, the only real negative is that it's not long enough. I wish there was an album full of material, because I feel that, you know, despite it being 4 tracks, there's so much to get into here. The artwork is actually kind of interesting. I feel like it's almost got a kind of constellations type vibe, almost like Aboriginal art. In a way, and I'm not just saying that because he's from Australia, but you know, it's this very simplified, organic sense to it. So Plini's Sunhead EP is the perfect exercise in balance. Each element is able to showcase their own ability without dwarfing anyone else, and they all work as a cohesive package. If you're a fan of progressive metal, you'll absolutely love Plini's Sunhead EP. And that's why I'm going to give the EP a 5 out of 5, because there is so much to enjoy here, and I just wish there was more. Plini's brand new EP, Sunhead, is set for a July 27th release, and you can pick up a copy right underneath me. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, hit that like and subscribe button. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. Drop a comment, and I'll see you guys next week for another review. Alright.